What's up guys, my name is JDCook5 and welcome back to a new season of the Levante career mode. Obviously we're going to be showing you a lot of transfers, so a lot of ingoings and outgoings, so yeah, a lot of signings to be made but obviously a lot to clear out. We're going to have a big budget this year with 113 million to be able to spend. Obviously we're going to be selling players in the meanwhile of obviously purchasing, so it will work out and we will get a bit more money for selling them due to the players that we have got. We get a few offers for a different few players, and yeah, we're just going through the different ones that we are going to let go. Kind of faces that you would normally think you would see with the squad that we did have and what we need to do this season. So yeah, we just need a big clear out in some ways. We need to, the positions that we've got, they need to be key players and not, obviously we'll have backup players, but we need real key players. We get an offer for Conti that we're going to decline. We're not interested whatsoever. This one did make me kind of intrigued though. Firmino for 23.9 million going to FSV Mines. I would actually be like to get rid of him in all honesty. Obviously, I brought him in last season. I signed a new contract because Juventus approached him last season in January. But he's 32. He's going down in overall. I'm going to try and get as much as possible for him, and we do get the final figure of 24.7 million, meaning Roberto Firmino has left the club. He does go on to accept, you'll see later on, but yeah, a big signing for them, but obviously some decent money for us to receive. I've got Danny Cadares, and do you know what? He's done unreal for me, but going forward, I need a key goalkeeper. I had a few in mind, Jordan Pickford playing at Roma at the moment, and Manuel Neuer being 38, even with a high overall. The one that stood out for me is Kevin Trapp. He currently played at Juventus. He's 33, 86 overall. Someone that I'm going to be looking to bring in, and he's not going to go down anytime soon because keepers do last a bit longer compared to your normal outfield players. He's going for quite a cheap kind of transfer, in all honesty. I thought I was getting a bargain. 23.2 million we do sign him for. A really good signing for us. 86 overall. He's got bags of kind of still years in him, in all honesty. So yeah, a real good signing. Lots of experience to add it to the side. And yeah, we've got some big games coming up this year with the Champions League ahead of us. So we need to be looking at that, and we need to be thinking ahead and having a squad that is able to compete. I would like to compete in it for sure. Obviously it's going to be tough, there's some big teams, but yeah, I'd definitely like to compete. Trapp was on 110 grand a week. I tried the 90,000 and he was willing to accept, which I was quite happy about. As you can see there, he's holding the #1 shirt, and that's what he will be playing in this season. Good signing and a very happy one. So yeah, I'm glad that we was able to get that over the line, and such a statement at that. Roberto Firmino is leaving the Levante doors for the last time, and yeah, a bit of a strange one. I did find he was good at points in the season, but I did find he was very poor at the same time. He was a big player for us. He obviously came on a free. With the experience he did have, he did get us over the line for the Liga, so I can't thank him enough for that. But yeah, I think it's worth cashing in on him now, getting my money, because if I kept him this season, I wouldn't have got that sort of value for him. So yeah, a decent transfer for both sides. Mine's are getting a really good striker, and I'm getting a decent transfer. I need a replacement. I need an out-and-out striker, and the only one that stuck out in my head was Kolo Muani. Had a really good World Cup, really had lots of potential. 25 years old and 87 rated. Still at Frankfurt with a big transfer offer with 86 million they was willing to accept, and I was able to get it over the line. Unbelievable transfer from us, and this is a massive statement to be made. This is a transfer record. It's also, so yeah, I don't think we've ever broken such high record either. All of our transfers have been quite low, in all honesty. So yeah, big one to be made, and I'm so happy to have him in the Levante shirt. He's going to be so vital for us, especially in them Champions League nights. So I'm so glad to have that. Little presentation for him then, because I say, yeah, that is the biggest transfer that I think we will make this career mode, in all honesty. It was a difficult decision to make, but the actual ability that he had is just unbelievable. We get a transfer offer for Muriel. We're not willing to accept. I'm still going to keep him at the club this year. Don't think I would like to get rid of him just because of the experience that he brings. He's a good player. He's still got a year in him. So yeah, I'm happy to keep him on. Marcus West to West Brom, our youth future scouts. Yeah, I'm not going to play him. He needs the experience to be able to get the overall that he is kind of predicted. So yeah, I'm happy to let him go on loan. Another loanee, Alex Primo, going back on loan. He's going to Licey for 2 years. So yeah, another one that is out the door. We get an offer for Bakari. I'm not too sure whether to kind of sell him yet, but I have declined it. Just at the moment, I think we will get other transfer offers in the meantime. Danny Gomez, the striker that has been on loan for 2 seasons now. He hasn't been played whatsoever. I've let him go for 3.6 million, a decent kind of transfer. We're not going to be using him this season, so it's no point keeping him on whatsoever. Obviously there is a lot of outgoings and a lot of ingoings, but it has been an interesting transfer so far. We have kind of shipped through it all, and yeah, we're going through it. We're getting some real high quality players, and that's what matters, because to win the games that we need to play, we definitely need the quality players. Transfer offer for Modibo, I had him on the transfer list, so yeah, he's willing to go. Vargas, I'm not letting him go. He is going to get even better this season. He has been such a monumental player for us. Confirmation of Modibo leaving the side. He's going to the FC Midtjylland. I do believe that's a Danish side, if I'm correct in saying. I might be wrong, but yeah. We get another loan offer for Olsen. Obviously, he is one of our other future scouts. He needs the game time, so I'm happy to let him go. Leeds go in with a silly offer for Sinistera and 7 million, which is a joke. Cherky is going nowhere. Confirmation of Olsen leaving there. 12-month deal. Hopefully, he will get some overall, and you never know, he might get in the side one day. Grant, right, this is a hard one, but I have to let him go. He didn't play much last season. Obviously, we didn't see much of him. He was so vital in the first season in gaining the promotion to La Liga, but I felt like it was time for him to go, and he will eventually go to Everton for a fee of 7.2 million. I want a replacement. Obviously, I'm keeping Muriel on. Grant's going, Firmino's going, but I feel like we need someone to back up Kolo Muani. His French teammate Anthony Martial, aged 28 and currently at Leicester on this save. It's a difficult one to make, but I felt like he was the right man. I feel like he'll suit the league. I don't feel like he'll be expensive whatsoever, which he wasn't. I feel like it's a really good point to be able to kind of have someone with experience, someone that's young, and it's definitely someone that can score goals. And that's the most important thing we're looking at here. He is a striker. We want him to score goals. And yeah, we need him to be able to perform in this sort of league. I didn't know what kind of transfer offer to go in with. They wanted Scott initially. I wasn't willing to do that. I go under his value, and I do sign him for a value of 21 million. Really good signing from us. I feel like he'll be such a vital player in this side. As you'll see now, so you'll have Kolo Muani, Martial, and you'll have Muriel, sorry. Grant going out, it's a sad one. He had scored a lot of goals for his club, and some really good ones at that. He's been unbelievable. He wasn't too bad last season, to be honest, but I had the strength and the depth there, and I didn't feel like he needed to be played as much, and hopefully he gets the game time at Everton. Another sad one to see him go, Danny Cadeiras. How many penalties he saved for me was just unbelievable. He did what he needed to do. I feel like he let in some terrible ones, but he's gonna go. He's gonna go for a fee of 5 million, and yeah, I'm not too sad because we're gonna have Trap Bayern, because obviously he was good for us, and it's a bit of Levante leaving. We get a transfer offer for De Frutos, and I've rejected numerous in the past, but I felt like it was time for him to go. 19.3 million they were offering me at the time. I wanted a bit more because he does have a value of 19.5. I don't feel like I've ever clicked with De Frutos. He scored some good goals, but I just don't feel like he has the pace or anything there. The potential's not going to be high because of the age he's at, and I don't feel like he's going to go any higher than 82. Having said that, Valencia were after him. Obviously, it's a rival of us, and yeah, I'm not too fussed. I feel like this will be a transfer that will benefit me in the long run. He goes for a value of 20 million, and yeah, it's a sad one to see him go because obviously he was at the start and everything else, and he wasn't too bad in the first season, but I could have got some good money for him then, but I tried to keep him on, but nothing really worked out. Aina to Fulham, he'll be going for a fee of 6 million. We didn't see much of him last season, but that's a 6 million profit because we signed him on a free. Confirmation of De Frutos leaving the Levante doors for the last time in his career, and also Danny Cadeiras going for a fee of 5.5 million. It's a sad one because obviously they're two people that were part of the side, but yeah, we're going to go and move on and hopefully kind of sign some stronger players and ones that are a little bit younger and have got more potential, because that's what we need to look at this career mode. We need to have players that we need to build on, and then in years to come we'll have a side that is very strong. For a replacement for De Frutos, I looked at the Argentine, the 22-year-old player coming from Boca Juniors, Zeballos. I've seen a lot on him. He's got a lot of potential. There's a lot of worth for him in the future also. I tried to put Bakari in the deal. I do kind of regret not offering him, well, kind of accepting the deal from Hoffenheim, but it is what it is. I tried to put him in the deal with 16 million. They weren't interested. They want 22.7 million. A little bit steep. I try and knock them down just a little bit, because if you can save the money, then why not? It's X amount that you could be spending on another player, or kind of signing a new player on a pre-contract, or signing your existing players on a new contract. I offered 20 million. They said 20.7 with a 15% sell-on clause. I don't see me selling him. In honesty, he's going to be an absolute monster for us. And we do get that deal over the line. So that is a Bios in for this season. Sorry, a really good transfer. A lot of potential in him. He's 22 and 78 overall. I think if we get some game time upon him, I feel like he will be a very, very good player. With Primo on loan, obviously, and Caneres gone, I need a backup keeper. The veteran that is Samir Handanovic, still going on the game, 40 years old, 73 rated. He was on a free agent. I tried to sign him last season as a backup keeper, but he wanted too much of a role. This time he is only asking for the sporadic role, which I'm quite happy to offer. Obviously, he's not going to get much game time, but it's nice to have him in the side. Big bit of experience there, the amount of things that he's won over the years. So yeah, it's a mad to see him still going in the game, and it's a nice one to see also. So hopefully he stays with us for a few years, and you never know, he might be on the team sheet. Our first game of the season was against the team that we played last season at the end, and that is Real Betis. A strong side, and yeah, we know what we can do against them. We've had good results previously away from home, and it was an exciting one to be able to try out new players and go from here. Obviously, with a new rotation of the squad, you never knew. We could have been a bit rusty, but I was hoping that wasn't going to be the case. We've got some real quality, so our lineup for the start of the season is Kevin Trapp in goal. The back four of Gallardo, Conti, Diallo and Williams. Diallo making his debut. Koke, Cherki and Papeu. Koke making his debut. And then the front three of Zeballos, Mane and Pepe. A whole new front three with the whole three of them making their debut. Solid side, and it was interesting to say that, honestly, and it was very exciting at the same time. We've got a lot to look forward to. They do make a quick start, Real Betis, hitting us on the back foot with Kevin Trapp showing us what he can do for the rest of the season and making a very big save. In the 17th minute, they go at me again here, and they should have converted it in all honesty, but Trapp is on his feet and he is able to hit it with his left hand away from goal. They get a corner, and honestly, I was a really poor first half. I couldn't get into the game whatsoever. For whatever reason, if it was new players or a rusty in the start of the season, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I couldn't really get going in all honesty, and it took me a lot. Kevin Trapp saving a nice one just from outside the box from a corner that was worked round. In the 42nd minute though, we do get a throw in with Conti, and we're able to work the ball to Gallardo. He makes a nice run, creating a bit of space there, and as you can see the available options, he's able to find Cherki, who is in space, and all he has to do is put it in the back of the net, and so he does. The first man to score for Levante in Season 3 of our career mode now. Someone that's proving really vital, and I'm very glad I signed him last season. He's going to be such a big player for this year, and his potential is going to rise even more. He was getting so good last season, and it will be interesting to see what he turns out this season. A really good goal off the counter-attack, an undeserved one, but I'll take it. In the second half, we get a corner with Papeu here, just trying to find that angle to be able to whip it in. Kolo Mane leaps up, and he is able to find the back of the net to make it his first goal for the club, and a very important one of that, making it 2-0 in the 51st minute. Better start compared to the first half, and it is nice to see Mane getting his debut goal. Didn't know what to expect from him, and he didn't really have the best of halves in all honesty. He's able to jump up from the defender and just guide it into the back of the net to make it 2-0. This is definitely more like it, and I'm very much enjoying this now. I feel like I can kind of relax and then play the game a bit more. I feel a bit forced at times, just being able to try and embed the new players and see what they're made of. We make some substitutions after the second goal. I wanted to keep Mane on the pitches, but I felt like Zeballos didn't really do much on his debut. Very disappointing from him in all honesty. He comes on for Isawaku, and then Scott comes on for Cherki. Just two changes then, freshens it up a little bit, and yeah, just allows a few players to get a few minutes. In the 63rd minute, we get another corner for Papeu. It was a bit of a weird one. We was getting the chances, but we felt like we was doing more from corners in all honesty. Papeu whips it in again, takes his time, whips it in, and Moani finds a nice header, moving his head, jumping up and literally kind of looking at Papeu, but switching his head. And yeah, really good goal from him, really well worked, brilliant delivery once again, and he just finds the back of the net and it glides in all honesty. Really good goal, and that's 2 for him on his debut. We do get a fourth goal in the 70th minute, but it was a weird one. It doesn't capture the goal, but I will show you the highlight of it. A one from a corner again. We try to get the header. It bounces out. We play it from out the box, and you see we whip it in. Pepe gets his first goal for the club, being able to hit it on the volley. The keeper at his near post not having a chance of that whatsoever. I don't know what he was doing, but Pepe will take it, and that is a debut goal. In the 92nd minute there, they're trying to attack. They do nearly get one, but yeah, not to be. We get the clean sheet on our first game of the season and we get a 4-0 win. Really good debuts from Pepe and Muani. Solid performances from the boys, and yeah, really well done. Some disappointing debuts, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I felt like some important ones were made, and at the end of the day, they're not always going to be good on the first game. There's a lot of players to try. We still haven't had some debuts yet, so there's a lot to come and different things. So yeah, there's definitely no reason to be disappointed right now, but that's the first game. That's 3 points, that's 4 goals, and that's a clean sheet. Confirmation of Aina going to Fulham for 6 million. Not worried about him going whatsoever. Quite happy to see him go. Tavares, one that played a part in our first season in the Liga, but unfortunately his qualities will not meet the requirements this time round. We're going to let him go to an American club, LAFC. I'm not too aware of them actually. I think they're a new club that Chiellini might play for at the moment. But yeah, he doesn't go for a massive fee. Obviously, I don't know what sort of season he had at Granada last season while he was on loan, but he did well for us in the first season, and he actually shocked us in all honesty. We do see him go for that sort of fee. Not too bad, 1.8 million. I'm not too fussed about that. 1.9 million, sorry, I stand corrected. We get a replacement for the left wing back role for Aina, just to be able to bring in a future star. If I don't use him, I'll stick him on loan and maybe get the overall and sell him on in the future. That's what the beauty of it sometimes is, being able to put on loans and then get a decent value for him, just like I have in previous players. Sometimes I might actually not be interested in using them whatsoever, but they're there if I need to, and then I can make money from them at the same time as a club. Really important feature to be able to expose in career mode, and something to definitely look at when moving forward. When you haven't got the budget, it really works out in your favour to be able to sign players for such a little fee but sell them on for a fairly decent one. Our second game comes up against Espanyol, an important game for us, and another game against our old friend, Jose Campagnaya. Player that played a very big part in our first season. We're sad to let go. I think if he was a little bit younger at the time, I would have probably kept him on. He didn't do too bad for us whatsoever. Really good holding midfielder, and it'll be interesting to see what he pulls off today against his old club. GL to change the lineup again here, so we have Kevin Trapp in goal. Our back four is Aaron at left back, Lasinic, Diallo and Sriracha. That is your back four. Your midfield three are Koke, Scott and Pupeyu. And your front three are Isuaku, Moani and Nusa. A lot of first starts for a lot of players, just changing it up. Espanyol make a really good start to the game in all honesty, and they go on the break in the 18th minute. Mudryk, I'm right in saying he actually is one from Chelsea. I've bought Mudryk, which is weird enough. Excellent delivery from him. He whips it in, and I should have cleared it. I really should have cleared it. I don't know what happened. The communication with the players, if they didn't expect the ball to come in, not too sure, but they wasn't able to clear, and they do make it 1-0. They were piling on the pressure in all honesty, and I didn't know what to do. In the 44th minute, I'm not able to clear a corner with Isuaku getting the ball intercepted. Trapp makes the initial save, but unfortunately the follow-up was in the back of the net. And that makes it 2-0 to Espanyol in the 45th minute, going at half-time 2-0 up. Obviously we needed to make some changes with such a poor half being made. Wanted to change it up a little bit. Anusa comes off, a really poor performance from him at the start of the season. Muani I was going to take off, but I put him onto the right, Pepe on the left, Martial up top and Cherki coming on from Scott. In the second half we put the goalkeeper under pressure from a loose ball from the defence. We're able to pick it up and Cherki is found, and Cherki smacks it into the back of the net with a goal of the season contender in the second game. Unbelievable goal. I wasn't really too fussed about it at the start because I was still losing 2-1. I just wanted to show the highlight, get back to it and hopefully get a second. After the goal we was piling on the pressure and Pepe is able to find Martial. Martial does his man completely and finds the back of the net in the first shot of his debut. Unbelievable start from him, and I knew he was able to do it in this league. He proved it there and then. Hopefully I'm able to see more goals from him because it was definitely exciting to see. In the 61st minute they do get an inroad here. they should have scored in honesty, but Mudryk doesn't take his chance and Trapp kind of smothers it into his hands. He passes out to Moani, who makes a 1-2 with Martial, and he absolutely legs it. Moani is incredibly fast, and he shows that by getting it into the back of the net to make it 3-2 in the 64th minute. Unbelievable goal from him, and yeah, we see many more like that if he can show that level of pace. Such a big transition in the game and such a happy one to be made. Vargas comes on as a quick sub, and we does nearly find the back of the net there. Martial, he passes it out to, and he does literally smacks it. Lovely angle as well. He makes it 4-2 in the 90th minute. As I say, big transition from the first half because we were so poor in the first half, but we was able to turn it around and score 4 in the second, which is a big turnaround. Really happy to do so, and it was nice to be able to see. Obviously, I didn't feel like we needed to be in that position whatsoever with the calibre of players that we've got, and we definitely proved that. Martial showing that I think he's going to get many goals for us, and it's going to be a nice bit of stiff competition for Moani. I wanted to sign a new left back because in that game I really wasn't happy with my wing backs. Aaron wasn't doing it whatsoever, and it only had Gallardo. I wanted to sign someone that had a little bit of pace, not incredibly fast, but very good at defensively. I saw that Man City had Sergio Gomez on there. I wanted to give him a go, someone that I haven't tried before and someone that is going to have very good defensive stats. They didn't really accept my first offer, but in the end they do accept an offer of 14 million and 9p, I think that is, or £9 if I'm right in saying. We do offer him a deal which he is willing to accept, and I'm very happy to see that. Big wages for the young man. He's demanding 44.5 a week. I wasn't too sure what to do. I go with 50 just to be able to be on the safe side, and yeah, decent deal from us. It's going to be someone that's going to be vital next season. Hopefully he can bring what Man City have been doing for many seasons, and that is trophies. A really good first episode from us, a lot of outgoings, a lot of ingoings, and yeah, it's definitely an interesting one to see. The last one of the episode was Mbamba. He is going to be going on loan to Las Palmas. So this is the table. Obviously we've only played 2 compared to some of them that had played 3. We've played 2, we've won 2, and we have 6 points on the board. We're currently 4th, but that really doesn't matter at the moment because the 2 games that we've played we've won, and if we win our 3rd with the goal difference that we've got, we might be the top at the start of the episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.